Welcome to Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Today we're going to do an expert Killer Sudoku on my iPad. Let's get into it. Alright, so basically we can put that 3 there because that's the only cell in that cage. Got a 15 here, so this is either going to be a 6 and 9 or an 8 and 7. So there we go. What we have here is we have what I call as the free cell. So in this cage, it goes over one line over from one box to another. With that, every box has a number, and as is every column and every row has a number that adds up to 45. That's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals 45. And as we know, we've got to have a unique number in each column, row, and box. So if I add up 15 plus 8, that's 23, plus 9 is 32, plus 5 is 37. We find that to get to 45, we need the number of 8. All right, and to get to 13 from 8 is 5. We can see here this is a 1. We now have the same thing with that cell there. So 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 1 is 14, plus 17 is 31, plus 10 is 41, equals, to get to 45 is 4, and that will be a 5. And it carries on again. So 11 plus 5 is 16, plus 16 is 32, plus 10 is 42. To get it to 45 is 3, and that will be, to get it to 7, will be 4. All right, so we're going to do this up here for the column because this is a spare off that row. So 9 plus 17 is 26, plus 24 is 50. 50 minus 45 is 5. All right, so that's worked out pretty good for us so far. Now we'll see how it plans out after this. So this is 8 and 9. So 5 can't be in this column. 5 can't be in this column. Now, interesting enough, 5. So we agree that 5 is in this column, but 5 can't be this row because 5 and 0 is not a typical solution. 5 and 10 not a solution, so that must be 5 there, leaving that to be the 4. So we now know that this 5 is going to be a 2 and 3, right? Because of the 4 there, or the 4 there, 2 and 3. Because of this 8 here, this is going to be 6 and 9 in some sort of order, and this is going to be 1 and 7 in some sort of order. Alright, so we know the 3's there. 3's potentially here, here, or here. 17, 2 digits added up to 17 are 8 and 9. It's always 8 and 9. 2 digits that add up to 3 is 1 and 2. So 7 and 1. This is going to be, so the 8 here, we'll be able to figure out this because the 8 here can't be 1 and 7, can't be 5 and 3, so that leaves the only other option is 2 and 6. Because this is 2 and 3, and that's 2 and 6, that's got to be a 3, and this will be a 2. Now, the interesting thing about this is because this is also 2 and 6, the 6 has to be there because it can't be here, leaving that to be a 9. So what we now have is we have a 9 and 8 here for the 17. 9's there, and we had that for a while, but the 9 goes there, and the 8 goes there. We still have 9 and 8 here. 1, 2, so of the 6, so this is 7 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 must be up here. So let me explain that. So 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 2 is 13, plus 1 is 14, plus 17 is 31, plus 11 is 42. To get it up to 43, 45, sorry, even, is a 3. Right, so we know that this is going to be 9 and 6 because of that 8 there. That's 9 and 6 there now. So that's 9 and 6, and this is a 15. 9 and 6 can't be there. 8 can't be there, so the only number that goes is 7 and 8, which solves up here, because that can't be an 8, because the 8's in this column, so that's going to be a 9, and this will be an 8. Because this is 1 and 2 here, and we've got an 8, 1 and 2 can't be here, so the only other number that adds up to it is 5 and 3. Because that 5 there, that's going to be a 5, and that's going to be a 3. So 1 is one of these two. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 and 5 is one of these two. 9 and 6 is here. If that's 1 and 5, 5 is going to be one of these two. This can be a 9 and 2. So 9 could be here or here. 2. This is 7 and 4. I need to find a 1. 1 can't be there. 1 can't be in this column. 1 can't be in this column because of that. So that's a 1. 1, 3, 5 is 9. Plus 11 is 20. Plus 17 is 37. So this is going to be 8. 8. So if that's an 8, this is going to be 2 and 6. So 1, 2, so this is going to be a 3 here, which makes sense because 3, 3, 3. So that's a 3 there. That's a 7. And so this now is 2 and 6. If that was a 6 there, that'd have to be a 5. That doesn't work. So this is going to be 2, leaving the 9, which was one of my 2 numbers. And this will be the 6. So 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 13 is 13. Plus 3 is 15. So to get to 15 it's 9. So 9 is going to be either 4 and 5 or 2 and 7. But it could be 2 and 4 and 5 here and 2 and 7 here. I just don't know. 3, so 8 can't be here. 7 and 3 can't be here. 4 and 6 can't be here. So this is 1 and 9. One is going to be here, but this can be 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Or it can be 2 and 5. So I don't know that yet either. Remember how I said this was 9 and 6? The reason I'm going to pick that 9 is because that's 9 in that column there. 9 and 1 here. Okay, so this is going to be 7 and 6 here, but I don't know why, don't know which order, but because the number that add up to this is 4 and 9, can't be a 4 and 9, 5 and 8, and there's many reasons why 5 and 8 can't be there. So it's 6 and 7. Okay. 1 and 9, 3, 8, 2 9s out, 5. So this is 4 and 7 here, but I don't know that. This is still 6 and 2. 9 and 1. So this is going to be 6, 2, 8 in here. So 6 is up this side. That means that this is going to be a 6 here. So 6 can't be there, so 6 has to be here. Which means this is a 6. Because of that 5 there, that's going to be the 6. And that will be the 5. So now I know that this is 1, 1, 3, 4. So 3 is going to be there, but I don't know where the 4 and 1 is. So 3 is going to be one of these two, 3 and 1. This is going to be, so 3 and 1. This is going to be 2 and 7. Can't tell you much about that. And this will be 4 and 5. Can't tell you anything about that. But I can tell you about this. This can't be a 2. So that's a 1 and that's a 2. 1, 2, 3. So 4 must be there. 5, 6 is missing. So 6 is there. All right. So this can't be 9 and 6. So this is 8 and 7. Because of the 8 there, that's going to be a 7. And that's an 8. And the reason for that is 4 from 19 is 15, and 8 and 7 and 9 and 6 were the only numbers that could do that. Remember, this was a 7 and 1, so that's a 7. This is a 1. We can see that 1 is going to be in this row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't know whether that's 2 and 5, but I do because that's a 5 up there. So that's going to be a 2. This will be a 5. 1 and 9 are here. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know that 2 and 7's there. Still got 2 and 6 here, 8 and 9, but I don't know anything about that. 1, 2, 3, this is still 4 and 7. Okay, so I can tell you this cell because of these are the full. So 3 plus 9 is 12, plus 9 is 21, plus 17 is 38, so this is going to be 7, which leaves 5, so this is going to be a 3 and 2, but can't be a 3, so it's 1 and 4 there. So if that's 1 and 4 and this is 1 and 9, 1's got to be there, that's got to be a 9, which leaves me with, that can't be a 9, so that's an 8, that's a 9 there. Still got 2 and 6. 6 and 7's here, so that means that's going to be the 2 there, and this will be the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, this was 2 and 6, because of that 6 there, that's going to be a 6, and that will be the 2, leaving the 2 to be up there, and the 7 there, which leaves a 7 here, and the 7, 4 there. The reason I knew that is because I figured out that that was a 7. Now this is 1, 3, and 4. 1 is in this row here. 4 can't be in this row, so that's a 4 there. 3 can't be in this column, so that's a 3, and that'll be a 1, leaving this to be a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we still have 7 and 4. So 4 can't be there, so that's a 7. This is a 4. Okay, so we have 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 8 is 21, plus 13 is 34. 34 from 45 is 11, so this will be the 5, and this will be the 1, and the 11's going to be, I could have done it the other way, 2 and 9, so 2 and 9, and the reason for the 2 was that 2 there. So 9 is now going to be here, 1, 2, 3, 3 is up here somewhere, that's a 3 there. This is still 5 and 4, because of the 5 there, that's going to be a 5, this will be a 4. 6 and 7, because of this 7 here, that's going to be the 6, this is the 7. Remember 1 and 4 here, 1 there, so 1 and 4. This here is 14, and it's going to be 8 and 6, so that's a 6, and that's an 8. Alright, so we did that in just under 14 minutes. Not a bad time, and I quite enjoyed that puzzle. Anyway, until next time.